Today's guest is the lovely Nicola, a talented and well-known makeup artist originally from Cork, Ireland. Her journey has taken her across the globe, from the fashion streets of Paris to the sun-soaked beaches of Hawaii, Tenerife, Greece, the Cayman Islands, Australia and beyond, before finally settling in Marbella, what she calls home for the past 7 years. With a career in makeup spanning over 2 decades, Nicola has trained and worked with Charlotte Tilbury, perfected countless bridal and event makeups, and built a thriving beauty business on the coast. But today, we're not just talking about work. We're diving into beauty trends, dating in the modern world, Tinder, Botox, social media, and finish with her top pro makeup tips and must-have products. So grab a coffee or a cocktail and join us for this fun, insightful, and unfiltered conversation.
Have that same
And
excitement.
you're looking for different things also.
You are.
Obviously.
Yeah, like you're
not looking
evolving.
to party in a Hawaii club, you know.
Yeah.
You're looking to
You just get all past all that.
Yeah.
Thank God. Especially living in Marbella.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Marbella's wild.
Yeah, tell me about what's wild about Marbella.
When they'll come to me and they'll be like, I want to be Jewy. And I'm like, you're going to be Jewy in 2 hours.
Yeah.
So if
With
I
the
start
heat.
off now with you Jewy, your makeup won't last. So it has to, like, it's just a different process, different products, different process. So I do have a little chuckle when they say that, because I'm like, yeah.
But how
I'm
do you
gonna
make
do
the
that.
makeup last when it's so hot and they're going to start sweating? Do you have some tricks?
Yeah, and in this business now, you have to be a photographer, you have to be an Instagram expert. It's not just about doing the makeup, which is what I'm good at. You know, that's what I love to do. I will love somebody else to take care of everything else for me so that I don't have to worry about that, because I'm old school, you know.
Helps.
It's amazing, because I feel like with makeup, it's amazing because it's the one thing that you do when you meet another woman that there's nothing there. It's just you and her, and we are both here for the same reason. There's no agenda. You know, I want you to look good. You want me to make you look good. So there's just this immediate, like, no barriers, and I have the most beautiful conversations with women. And I get goosebumps. I'm getting goosebumps now.
So this is the thing we actually don't know about. Maybe
Yeah.
this is what you need to be posting on Instagram.
Maybe.
You know?
I feel like with some people, they look fresh and fabulous. And then you see some people and they're like, Botox.
Yeah.
I was Botox.
Yeah, I'm not.
Like, I was like, I looked mental. Like, I didn't like it. Absolutely.
So well done, you. That's
I
an
know.
achievement.
It's funny because it just never was meant to be this way.
Hello, everyone. How are you? I'm here in Sandon again. This stunning, beautiful shopping forum. If you haven't been, please stop by. You will not want to leave. And today I have the pleasure of having one of the best makeup artists in Marbella, Nicola.
Hi, Jenny. How are you?
Thank you for coming.
Oh, my pleasure.
It's been, I feel like I wanted to chat with you for a long time, and now we have to do it on camera.
I love it. Let's do it.
Because I feel like I know you, but then again, how much do I know you?
Yeah,
And
that's true.
so tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I am Irish.
Yeah.
I have been living here in Marbella for 7 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm originally from Ireland, originally from Cork, but I've got family here, so that's kind of what brought me to Spain. So yeah, Marbella Life is beautiful. It was never a place I kind of imagined being, because my family were here, but I ended up kind of here by accident, really. I was living in the Caribbean, and I didn't want to go back to Ireland, and my family were like, come to Spain, come to Spain. I was like, okay, all right, I'll give it a go. And then COVID happened a year later, so I kind of got stuck here. But now it's like, I love it. I love it.
But how did your family move here? Why did they move here? Or
So-
how long did you stay in Ireland as a child?
So I've done a lot of traveling, actually. So when I was 17, I first moved to Paris. So I was living in Paris as an au pair. And then, I don't know, like, Irish people, I feel, are very, like, we like to get around. We like to travel. And because I think we're so well received in every country, like, it's a real joy for us to travel. So I've lived in loads of places. I've lived in Paris, Tenerife, Greece, America, San Francisco. I did 4
Oh
years
my God.
there. Yeah, I did a year in Hawaii.
That's so
I know,
cool.
it's crazy. And then I went back to Ireland and I studied to be a makeup artist. And then I was there for about 10 years. And then I moved to the Caribbean, to the Cayman Islands. And I was doing destination weddings there. And yeah, that's how I ended up back here in Spain, ended up in Spain. So yeah.
Wow, so you've always been like
moving around.
moving around a lot.
Yeah.
But wow, but then 10 years in Ireland. That's
Yeah,
like a
10
big...
years in Ireland.
What
Yeah.
kept you 10 years in Ireland?
Well, my career.
Mm.
Yeah, so work.
So
So
then you were like, enough of traveling, I need to
yes,
make
exactly.
money
Everybody,
now.
my mother was like, when are you going to find your niche in life, Nicola? Like, you have to stop. You have to, you know. So I did. So I studied to be a makeup artist and then spent 10 years kind of honing my craft and working in some really good places in Dublin. And yeah, like just forging my career. So just getting lots of practice. It takes a lot of practice. Like I'm doing it nearly 20 years now. So
it's crazy. But did you always have like interest in makeup, beauty, fashion? Or were you more like hippie, traveling with a
yeah, and I
with a
was kind
backpack?
of that's true. I was
Yeah.
a bit of a tomboy, so I wouldn't ever have worn a lot of makeup myself. I was very artistic in school, so if I hadn't started traveling, I probably would have gone to art school. So I always had an interest in color, texture, all of that kind of thing is kind of always just inspired me. So after traveling and living in the States for so long, I went back and studied, as I said, and then I was thinking, like, what am I going to do? Like what
should I study
incites me? And makeup artistry back then wasn't really a thing.
Yeah.
Like, it was a lot of hairdressers, obviously, always hairdressers, but makeup was relatively new. So I went to study that, and then it was very slow. Like, not many people got their makeup done. Like, I worked in a shop in Dublin that did hair and makeup, and it was the only place in Dublin that did it at the time. And like, nobody got their makeup done. And now it's like so different now. Like, it's more important. Makeup's nearly more important than hair.
Yeah.
I feel.
And like 14-year-olds are doing makeup better than we are.
Well, yeah.
Not you. I mean, that is true. No, I mean, obviously the social media has affected it so much, and the Kardashians and all of them with the makeup stuff.
Like, it's changed. It's gone through so many different evolvements, I feel. Like, makeup has come leaps and bounds since I started.
But have you like studied more, or how have you evolved your makeup, like say skills, or where do you get like?
Yeah, like over the years, I would have trained with this particular makeup artist in Ireland. I worked for Charlotte Tilbury when she came to Ireland, so I was a freelance artist there. So I always went over to London to train with her. So you are constantly evolving, and there's always constantly new trends. I mean, we all have it now at our fingertips, which is probably why so many young girls are so into it now, because they've access to it. Like back in the day, there wasn't any access to it. You had to go on a course, or if a makeup artist was coming to your city, you would sign up and do a class, like that kind of thing. But nowadays, it's literally you're learning something new every minute of every day. And there's a new scale and new trend. So it's almost like part of your daily routine. But to learn something new.
But do you go with all the trends, like let's say the contouring came, or the baking and the making, or whatever they?
Yeah. It's very overwhelming.
Yeah. Do you do all of that stuff, or
you're
like?
Don't really like. I do a little bit. Yeah, I do a little. Like, I know of the concepts of it, but then I feel like there's so many different layers of makeup. There are different styles of makeup. My style of makeup would be more natural, you know, like I like to see skin. I don't want anything too heavy. I feel like it's hard enough to be a woman without putting a lot on your face and then having to wash it off at the end of the day and then not liking what you see. So my kind of ethos would be try and enhance what you have, so that at the end of the day, when you're taking it off, you know, you don't feel so bad about yourself. Because it can be hard. Like it's like a mask. Like it is like a mask. So like, baking has its purpose. Contouring would have been out for years, since film, really. That's when contouring kind of was a thing, so that people's face would have shape. So I feel like the Kardashians brought that into mainstream when they started doing it. But also remember, they're being filmed every day. Like, they're not walking down the street fully contoured and fully. So it can be quite intense and quite strong. But on camera, it looks amazing. Do you know what I mean? So you have to find the balance of what looks good when you step outside and what looks good in a photo. So there is a fine line. Some people, you know, love that strong look. It's just not really my thing.
But what do you think is a trend that should not have happened in makeup? Like, what kind of
scouse brows?
What is that?
Scouse brows. There was this. It was when eyebrows were very, very, very thick.
Thin.
Thick. Yeah, really, really thick.
I missed that one.
Oh God, good. And they were really thick, and they were painted on, and they were really defined. And it was Scouse girls kind of coined it, and then it became the Scouse brow.
But I think they still do that a lot now. Don't they do this brow lamination that also like gets the whole brow up into your hairline?
Yeah.
I don't get that. I mean, each to their
To each
own,
their
but
own, of course.
I find that very odd.
It is, but with the lamination, I feel
Uh-huh.
like they almost like draw strokes of hair on, but the Scouse brow was like
Full on
two,
bush.
like just like painted on, like blocks.
Wow.
Yeah, very strong, very defined. That
Oh.
was unnecessary.
Yeah, and the very
Like
fine
angles.
and the very thin ones.
They're coming back.
Are
Thin
they?
eyebrows are coming
Oh
back.
God, I remember that when that was a thing, and actually my sister really plucked hers like
Yeah.
super thin, and then it was like, oh my God, what did I do?
Yeah.
Now I need the hair back.
Well, they're coming back,
Like-
so she'll be delighted.
No, but then my mother actually studied microblading.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
did it too because my hair was so light and
Yeah.
I really had nothing. So
Yeah.
microblading was amazing. And
Yeah,
she did it too.
microblading
So.
is brilliant. There's so many new different things that people can do now. Like every week there's something new.
Yeah, yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
It's
crazy.
amazing.
So tell me a little bit more about your travel. So, but how did you manage? Like, did you go to, let's say, the States? How do you manage without a green card and being legal and all of that stuff? Because I've done it too. I went to
Yeah.
Miami. I stayed for 5-6 months until my visa
Yeah,
like stopped.
exactly.
But I came back because I loved it there, but I felt so like
It is.
helpless because I felt like I can't do any normal jobs like unless
It
I have the
is.
green
Yeah,
card.
it is.
you
So you
know?
have to kind of leave and go back and leave and
Yeah,
go
I just find
back.
it really tricky.
It is very tricky, and I feel like that was part of the reason why I never stayed
Mhm.
as well, because I felt like I could never really progress there.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I don't want to I don't want to
exactly.
overstay my visa, and then I get blocked for the rest of my life. So
Exactly.
know,
And
I
it was
find
a
it really
wild time
tricky.
actually when I was there, because it was the early 2000s
Mhm.
and loads of people were there without
Mhm.
green cards. It was like
Mhm.
we're all little
Yeah, but-
criminals running around the
But
place.
exactly, but some of them say, I don't care, I'll never go back and whatever,
Yeah.
but I do want to go back.
Of
I
course.
want to go back and forth.
Of course. It's obviously just more difficult now. Like back then there was, you just had to get in and get out and have a little green slip. Nowadays it's like
Yeah.
eye,
Yeah.
fingerprints.
They
you
can
know.
track you probably.
There was so many people I knew that were
Yeah,
doing that, just
yeah.
living there, just like, yeah, it was wild.
But what kind of jobs did you do back
Oh
then?
yeah, like I worked in a surf shop when I was in Hawaii.
Uh-huh.
Obviously surfing was
Mhm.
huge. In San Francisco I was a bartender.
Mhm.
So like that was fun. But this is all my early 20s, so like I worked and lived in all these places. So I worked my way around. Like that's how I could afford to do it, and that's why I did it, just to experience it.
Yeah.
I was in Australia as well, I forgot that.
So we're just like working, traveling,
Working, traveling.
just so you can travel.
Exactly.
But what do you think those travels and experiences taught you? Like, what is the best lesson?
The best lesson. It's funny when I think
Like-
back about all the places I've lived. Like I forgot I lived in Australia. I forgot that.
That's crazy.
Like I feel like there are all these different lives that I've had.
Uh-huh.
Like I
There's a
can't
different
even believe
Nicola.
I've done it myself. I'm like, how did I do that?
Wow.
How did
You
I?
wouldn't kind of do that anymore. No, so it's
No.
great when you're
The
young.
freedom isn't
Yeah.
there anymore.
I'm just gonna go to Australia.
Yeah.
And work there.
Could you do nothing? Yeah.
Imagine nowadays people are,
Yeah.
like I think it's when you get older, you get a bit more reserved.
You do,
No.
and you kind of prefer staying at home when you're younger. And I think, as I mentioned earlier, Irish people, like it was just part of what we did.
Yeah.
Like we were all like, let's do this, let's do that.
discover.
Like the freedom of it now, thinking back, is wild to me, because I can't imagine
Mhm.
being able to do that.
Mhm.
Back to your question.
Yeah.
My biggest, what did I learn? Just meeting people, I think, is really important to me. Look, I love meeting new people and love experiencing new stories. Like I love a good story. That's why I love my job also, because I love hearing women's story.
You're like a
hearing
therapist.
about it. Yeah, but I
probably.
also get amazed by it.
Mhm.
Like, I get goosebumps listening to everybody's story. Like everybody has got a story that is really important in the world, and like it can be quite moving. So I just think that maybe also fitted into my career, where I enjoy that so much,
But you're so very warm and easy to talk to. Have you always been like this people person?
I think so.
So it
I
was not
think so.
something you picked up when you were traveling.
Yeah, no, I think I was.
So-
Yeah. I
so
think
that's
when
what-
I've gotten better, as I've gotten older, learned from all my mistakes.
But I think also when you're young, go and travel. Now
Go and
discover. You get so
travel.
many
You
experiences.
can do it.
Yeah.
I wonder will children be able to do it now in the world
Yeah.
we live in? It's so much harder,
Yeah.
No,
I think it's. I don't want to say it's harder because now you have also Ryanair with
True.
10-euro flights.
True.
I don't
True,
know.
true,
I
true.
think the world is very open and you can work from anywhere.
Yeah.
You can you have an online business, go live in Australia and do your online business. You know what I mean? So I think there's no excuses. You want to do it, go and do it. But I think as we get older, we
that's
just
true.
find more excuses, and maybe we're buying a house and then we don't want to leave and all this stuff.
Yeah, I think you're kind of a sense of adventure as you get older just gets a little quieter. Like life just gets a little quieter. You don't have that same excitement.
You're looking for different things also.
You are.
Obviously.
Yeah, like you're
looking
evolving.
to party in a Hawaii club, you know. You're looking to...
You just get all past all that.
Yeah.
Thank God. Especially living in Marbella.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Marbella's wild.
Yeah, tell me about what's wild about Marbella.
It's so funny because I've been coming out here for a long time to visit family and always just doing the family thing, always just, you know, hanging out with my sisters and all the kids. And then when I moved here, I couldn't believe how wild it was. I was like, this place is crazy.
You mean like
party, daytime party. Like I never would have experienced that over the years. So I was quite shocked. Of course, I loved it. I got stuck in. I had a great time. But also as well, I didn't realize that work here was seasonal, you know. So like wintertime, everybody's quiet. The weddings start, which is primarily what I do here. The weddings start in April, May, and then go on to October, November, and then the wintertime is
what do you do then?
Quiet. So initially I found that really like, oh my God, I'm going to be so bored. What am I going to do? Girl, now I love it.
No, it's the opposite.
I love it. I can't wait for the winter. I can't wait for the winter.
But how do you survive? Like, can you really make enough money with makeup?
Yeah.
To survive, let's say, a winter, well, say no work, but a lot less work?
A lot less work. I mean, like
trials. Or you do other work.
Yeah.
Like you do workshops or you teach makeup.
Yeah. There's loads of other kind of things still going on. I mean, in Ireland, there was a way more range of work that I had. I would have done more TV, editorial, fashion. Mainly here, it's a lot of weddings because it's such a huge business here. It's why everybody comes here to get married.
And you did my wedding.
And I did your wedding.
I had like a reception only, but
yes. How many years ago was that?
Question 5.
5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Yeah. I remember.
I'm gonna put a picture of my wedding makeup.
Yes. Let's do it.
But I mean, even today, you did like a little touch up of my face, and you can tell like more glowy, you know, you just have your tricks. We're going to talk about the makeup tricks after you're going to show me your stuff that you brought. So excited.
Sure, no problem.
But yeah, so weddings is your main thing then.
Yeah, weddings is the main thing. Wintertime, but like it's a time also kind of for when you can kind of relax because the summer is so intense. It's so hot. The traffic, it just gets worse and worse every year, right? So you're just dealing with like stuck in traffic, stuck in the heat, you know. So wintertime, you just want to kick back and relax. And now I love it. Like I just love the winter.
But how many makeups can you do in a day? Like, have you had like a crazy amount of
God, one time
makeup?
I'll never forget it. I went to help one of my lovely friends who's a makeup artist here as well, to help her, and I had to do 11.
Oh my God.
11 makeups.
Wow.
And that was like bridal party, and I've never done that because it's only a certain time frame, right?
Yeah.
Because people are getting married at a certain time. And in Ireland, everyone starts their weddings really early. They get married around 1 or 2. So you can starting at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., which is just standard. You're just used to that. And then here, people don't get married till 5 or 6. So you're talking about 9, 10, 11 kind of start, which is great. But anyway, I did 11 makeups and I'll never forget it. I was like, I'll never forget it.
Your hand was falling off.
Oh, I was like... I couldn't move. I was so stiff. I was like, I'm never doing that again. Like it was like, but you have to get it done on time. Like I feel like I'm the type of person, if you say you have this amount of time to do that amount of makeup, like I get it done, but I'll also be like, I need a massage.
But don't you use have you used one of these like airbrush?
No, I've never done the airbrush, but I was in the Caribbean. It was very big because of the humidity and obviously there were all beach weddings. So there had been a lot of like spray or, you know, like dampness in the air. So it was huge there, and that was very kind of American influenced kind of makeup. So this was like, no. So I don't like the idea of something that heavy going on the skin. I don't know. It just never appealed to me. I've
had it, but on an ad. Like we were in a music
TV,
video.
Yeah.
And also there was like 5 dancers. Yeah. We're all on the sofa and she like did just all of us.
Really?
And she's super good. She's one of the top
like
ones.
It's a skill.
Yeah. And but also the amount of time she wins with this. You know what I mean? Imagine doing the bass for everyone.
Yeah.
She was like
So it
all of
definitely
us.
has a place in this world.
But exactly. More maybe for music videos, for ads, for TV, and that is great. But I think also I wouldn't have gone out with this makeup to the street.
Which is the same way about anything in TV.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just completely different. Yeah. It's completely different. Yeah. Also, it's very different doing makeup here that I would do in Ireland because I use the different products. I use different makeup. Everything is different. And when people come to, they'll come to me and they'll be like, I want to be dewy. And I'm like, you're going to be dewy in 2 hours.
Yeah.
So if I start off now with you dewy, your makeup won't last. So it has to, like, it's just a different process, different products, different process. So I do have a little chuckle when they say that, because I'm like, yeah.
But how do you make the makeup last when it's so hot and they're going to start sweating? Do you have some tricks?
Yeah, I mean,
For the heat?
fixing spray is good. Like, I use a particular brand of makeup, which I probably wouldn't use anywhere else than here, but living in the Caribbean as well got me really kind of versed in how makeup will last in the heat. So I'm a big fan of double wear. Like, double wear is amazing. But double wear is a good one that you can wear also day to day, as long as you prep the skin and have it really nice and hydrated. It can look beautiful. But people have been using double wear for years in the wrong way, where they're just packing it on and they don't like it, or it's full coverage. So yeah, I find that double wear looks really well. House Labs have a good one as well. Like, just great products. Like, they're all really, they're just getting better and better.
And what kind of, do you use like a certain brand, or you go, this is good from this brand, this is good from this brand?
Yeah, I use a bit of everything. I use a bit of everything.
Because you said you work with Charlotte Tilbury, and she's known like to have amazing makeup, and I love her also foundation. I think you've used her foundation also on me. She has this very glowy, dewy, kind of luminous look that people I think like now. I mean, it goes from matte to dewy, no, like all the time. I can't keep up.
Matte has never really made it back, I don't think.
No, it's not my
I don't
favorite.
think. And even if it's a matte style foundation to begin with, there are little tricks you can use to make it look more glowy. So there's always ways around things and having to make, but obviously the normal person wouldn't know. So,
but where do you get your best like tips and tricks? Do you get them also sometimes from TikTok? Do you like watch?
I'm actually not on TikTok, would you leave? I'm only on Instagram. I'm
great.
I don't need another bloody thing to be looking at.
But you post your stuff on TikTok also.
No.
What do you need to?
I know, but I just feel like, I don't know.
I'm
too old.
gonna help you. I'm gonna help you with that. I'm gonna link your TikTok here. You're gonna have to follow her because.
Okay.
Yeah, and your Instagram.
Instagram as well. So, like, it's funny because, like, everybody's feed has everything, and obviously what you're interested in. Mine is just makeup, dogs, makeup, puppies. Yeah.
Palm trees.
What's on yours?
Kid stuff.
Yeah.
A lot.
Fashion,
travel. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not a huge browser.
No?
Because my work is social media.
Oh, fair.
You can imagine I have like,
fair.
I don't know, 5, 6, 7 accounts.
Oh, yeah.
So I go check mine, whatever.
Yeah.
I go my clients, check, I do love stories. I think my thing is like, I love stories.
Stories
I love
where it's at. Yeah. Do people really post on the grid still?
Yeah, they do, but I feel like that's the thing. It's gone more impersonal in the stories, and it's more personal in the stories. You actually can see what I'm doing today. I'll post my coffee, I'll post you, and you'll actually know what I'm doing today. Whereas the feed is a bit more planned and more like aesthetically beautiful and all that. So there's stuff there, but I like also the stories, and I like to see the stories of my friends more, rather than just browsing the feed. I do it sometimes, but honestly, I don't really.
But that makes sense, though, because it is your job.
People do that too, that they love stories more and more and more because it's more authentic. People want more authentic content nowadays, not the planned stuff.
That's so true. I get that, actually.
So that's why the stories have gone big.
Oh, so the stories they just overshadowed the grid now, have they?
Yeah, now it's just... And also, even WhatsApp has stories,
has
this...
That's right.
Exactly. People just want to know, like, what's here now? What's
Instant
here now?
gratification all the time. Yeah. But also as well, you find as well, because sometimes people's likes are not correlation to their thing. That's because people are just stories now, isn't it?
Yeah. It's constantly changing, and exactly. I don't even sometimes check the post, but there's ways around it. You can also post the post in your story, so you make sure people go. There's tips and tricks to do. Make sure people go to your feed, but you just can't keep up, and also the feed is not chronological anymore. Instagram is choosing what they think you like best. So it used to be like, oh, you posted? Okay, I'll see it now, But whereas now it's like, I get ads, I get stuff, and, it's not the way it was. I really miss, the old Instagram.
But it's changing all the time.
It's changing, and all you can do is just keep up.
Adapt.
Or you just choose the feature that you like. Like, I love the stories, so I use it myself more for the stories.
Yeah.
And I post also my podcast and my thing,
Yeah.
but mainly the stories. And also, I like you can make groups. You can post to close friends, like close friends.
Yeah.
You
I've
can
seen
choose,
that.
like,
I've seen that. Yeah.
Nicola and, my mom and sister, and then I can post my kids' stuff there, for example.
Okay. Yeah.
Whereas I don't want to post those, for everyone, maybe.
Sure.
So,
Of
Instagram
course.
is very clever. They can notice what's happening and they adapt.
They're listening. Instagram is listening.
Oh, but I love it too. I mean, if you can use social media and for your benefit and use it the best ways, I mean, you can learn so much. You can use it for work. You can use it to connect with your friends. But of course, if you go overboard, then what ends up happening is you see people having a coffee, but actually they're both on their phones.
So sad, isn't it?
It is sad. And then you're like, where's the connection?
Where's the connection? It's all we want in this world, and it's the thing that we don't seem to be able to attain.
And I see it a lot in relationships too, and people are on their phones in bed and this, like used to be
it's weird. It's like I didn't have that growing up.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm so glad.
No, and now I think people also, we don't know how to navigate it, we take the work to bed, we wake up with work. It's like we have to really set boundaries, but it's hard because it's addictive. It's like
addictive.
Oh, I
pick up that bloody thing so often. It's like ridiculous.
It's horrible.
It's ridiculous. I can't.
No, I've like even set like rules for myself. Like I'm not gonna check like say my social media first thing I wake up.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just go and start. I'm like, what am I doing?
Put it down.
Put it away. What am I doing?
But it's your job though, Tenny. So at least you
know. But then we really have to like tame ourselves. We have to control ourselves.
Crazy.
Otherwise, this thing is controlling me.
Yeah.
Don't like
crazy.
that. It's tricky. I really have this love and hate thing with my phone.
Yes.
I love it and I'm thankful, but then I'm like, oh, get out of here.
I know. Doom scrolling is that what they call it?
Enough of the phone. Let's talk about more beauty products and the beauty stuff. So, when you came here, obviously you were already working in the as a makeup artist. So, did you find it easy to start working here, or did you have to do a lot of marketing, or how did you start getting your clients?
Working here was very different to where I'd worked in any other place because a lot of it was through the wedding planners, which I'd never really experienced before. Like in Ireland, you don't have wedding planners. They're just not a part of it. Obviously, it makes so much sense to have one here. So it took me a while to navigate around that. And I reached out to a couple of contacts that I had. And then it was funny, like just even people through my sister that I knew that, had been living here for a long time. So I feel like it was quite easy. It was quite easy because, I don't know, like I hear 7 years now, like there's so many more makeup artists here now even. So I would imagine that it would even be more difficult for the newbies that are arriving because like everywhere, it's just become more saturated. So it's important to maintain relationships with everybody that you work with. But also it's Instagram. Like it used to just rely on kind of planners to advise people, which also still has a place right now. But now everybody is on Instagram. Like they want to find their own makeup artist. They want to find their own hairdresser. So it's just changed so much, even since I've been here. So yeah, like.
And how do you get your clients now? Through Instagram mainly, or
through word of mouth? Probably word of mouth now. So I get a lot direct message, which I find really annoying actually because that can get lost. The direct message, like I'm constantly missing messages. Like
but it's also great because then you don't need a website. You know what I mean? Instagram is also substituting the website.
It does. I get a lot of,
and then you don't need email even. You can kind of go.
That's true.
DM and then WhatsApp.
That's true. But I need everything in an email to keep track of everything, or else I'll forget. Because if you're trying to inquire on all these different platforms, I'm totally overwhelmed because I'm out working. I'm picking up I'm not sitting at a desk where I can go, okay,
put it in my calendar.
Really hard. I find that really part of it really hard. I still have a lot of contacts back in Ireland, so maybe the Irish brides that are coming over, they'll be like, oh, Nicola,
So you don't have shortage of job really.
I'm okay.
Because like you said, I see also more and more coming.
Yes.
Of course, they have better Instagram, better this and better that.
Yes.
So, like, do you ever feel like threatened a bit? Like, oh my God, they're going to take my
I do.
work?
I don't know if I feel like they're going to take the work because I feel like I really am. Being a freelancer for so many years, like 20 years now, you really become of the mindset like that there's enough work for everybody.
I think so.
Like that there's enough. And kind of if you're in that mindset where it's not to panic yet. Sometimes I look at my calendar and have a heart attack. I'm like, oh my God, is this going to work? But it always comes in, and I find in Marbella, there's a lot of lastminute.com people.
Mm.
Like a lot of my clients who are like, can you come at 4 o'clock?
Mhm.
I'm like, are you mad?
I'm
Oh,
on the beach.
yeah,
Fine.
okay. Do you know, so you do have to be very flexible.
Uh-huh.
But I think as well, as I've gotten older, I've become more relaxed about that and try not to. I do still compare my Instagram to other people's Instagram and worry about it a little bit, because people are, to be in this business now, you have to be a photographer, you have to be an Instagram expert. It's not just about doing the makeup, which is what I'm good at. You know, that's what I love to do. I will love somebody else to take care of everything else for me, so that I don't have to worry about that, because I'm old school, you know. So yeah, I do.
But I do think
I
it's
don't
like you
know.
said, is also keeping a good relationship with the clients. No, because I
Yeah.
also think whenever I think of makeup, I think about you, because I
Yeah.
think you have this lovely energy and we have this good connection. So whether someone else can do it better, maybe, but I like you, so I'll
Yeah.
come to you.
Well, I hope
You
that that
know,
would be the case, because I feel like makeup is
it's
so
just
much
also,
more than
and
just
it's
the
also very
skill.
personal.
Yes.
You know, you're really coming into my space and you
Exactly.
know, so it's not. I don't want to be with everyone. You know.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly. I feel like you have to be able to, you have to have a certain kind of skill besides your own actual skill to put people at ease and have a good time. Like, I love my clients. I can't wait to see, like, when I get my clients messaging me, I'm like, oh yes, I can't wait to see her.
Yeah, we can catch up.
Yeah,
kind
I
of,
can't wait
no?
to see her. Tell me
Yeah.
what's going on. What's the gossip? What's the
But I think
news?
you are the very people's person. You're like people, you know, like you love.
I love
You have
it
this
though.
good skill,
I
and
love
that
it though.
really helps.
It's amazing, because I feel like with makeup, it's amazing because it's the one thing that you do when you meet another woman that there's nothing there. It's just you and her, and we are both here for the same reason. There's no agenda. You know, I want you to look good. You want me to make you look good. So there's this immediate, like, no barriers, and I have the most beautiful conversations with women. And I get goosebumps. I'm getting goosebumps now. I get goosebumps.
Tell me
Like,
some
listening
interesting
to.
stories, or some, I don't know, or like, have you had like these crazy clients who are like, you do the makeup and they're like, I don't like it, demanding clients,
There have been
or
over the
some,
years.
I don't know, or some coincidences. You must believe in some kind of universe,
Yeah, I
meant to
do.
be, and
I do. I'm
weird
quite
coincidences.
spiritual, so yeah, I do.
Have you had any of some?
There's been loads over the years. Like, people always asking me, have I had a bad experience? And I tend to not really remember them, but then I might be seeing me the hairdresser 6 months later. She's like, oh my God, do you remember her? And I'd be like, oh my God, yeah. But I don't really take it with me.
Yeah, you block it out.
Yeah, like, I just, because I feel like, you know, these are just moments in time. It doesn't mean that this is the person they are. And I don't know, I think I have a good knack of getting on with, like, difficult people per se. Like, I would have people in the past that would say, God, she was a nightmare. And I'm like, I loved her.
Yeah.
Like, I loved her. Thought she was great.
I've had that before. We go for dinner and they're like, watch out with that lady. She's a bit special.
Really?
And then I end up talking to her the most. And I'm like, I guess
Yeah.
I'm very special too. Like,
You
I
love,
don't know,
like a disarming thing or something where people are just like, oh yeah, or I like take the piss of them or something, and then they're immediately like, okay, this is cool, and they can relax. So yeah, like, a lot of it is like personality. You just can't be an amazing makeup artist with no personality. You know, they're going to probably want to work with a person with a bit of personality rather than somebody who doesn't. So yeah, like, makeup is, it's fascinating. It's interesting, and it's every day is different. And I love it.
So you don't see
love it.
yourself doing anything else. So have you thought about changing your career or doing something
I
else?
don't know. I mean, I never say never. Like, I think if an opportunity came around, like, I would, but I don't know.
Right now you're happy.
Yeah,
And
really
you're not
happy.
And are you thinking ahead, like 5, 10 years, 15, 20, whatever?
Retire.
Yeah.
No, not retire. Work smarter, not harder, for sure. I definitely want to do that. And because I feel as well, if you're not overworked, you know, you can perform better. You know, you're more fun to be around when you're more rested. You're more fun to be around when you're, you know. So I'm definitely on the stage of my life where I, you know, I'm not saying yes to everything. You know, I'm saying, like, I need to rest. I need to kind of prioritize my health, and standing at the end of the day for like 8-9 hours.
Yeah.
You know, and then you're getting into your car and driving for 2.
Yeah.
So it's hard work. And then there's all the prep with your kit. You know, you're constantly, you know, cleaning and reorganizing. And so, like, I turn up for a job with you, but like, I've done about an hour and a half prep before I get there. So
What kind of prep do you do?
oh, you have to clean your kit, like washing your brushes. Like, that's never ending. Like, that is the bane of my life. Like, washing those brushes
Can't
every
you just throw
day.
them in the dishwasher?
every day, washing the brushes, and then they'll just be all lined up on the counter. So like you could be doing hundreds.
Wow.
And obviously, you
Yeah,
know,
this is the
hygiene is
thing.
really
And
important.
also, this is the thing we actually don't know about. Maybe
Yeah.
this is what you need to be posting on Instagram.
Maybe.
You know, the
Cleaning.
real stuff. No,
Cleaning.
it's just like, I think also people want to really see the authentic, real stuff that goes
Yeah.
on, you know? Not in
Yeah.
an ugly way. Of course, you want to see it in a nice way.
Yes, true.
But it's like, you know, otherwise we see everything perfect coming out. And
Yeah,
like, we
and
don't
also
see
like there's the other side to it too
day-
about like,
the
you know,
day in the life of
the
a
day.
makeup
Yeah.
artist. That would be
Maybe
so
I'll do
cool to
that.
see. Yeah.
I don't know whether anyone wants to see me
I
talking
wanna
about my
see-
day.
I want to see you. But let's talk about, I mean, you look so glowy and healthy. Obviously, you have amazing makeup, but
Thank you.
can you tell me how old you are? Well, I know how old you are. Can you tell our viewers how old you are? Well, how young you are, because
How
I think
young
you
I
look
am?
amazing.
I'm 48. I turned 48 in October.
I'm sorry, but you look incredible.
48.
And
48.
we were talking off camera about beauty things
Yes.
and Botox and plastic surgery,
Yeah.
and you're not into anything.
No, I've done it in the past. I did Botox in the
Mhm.
past, and I felt like it changed my face. I feel like with some people they look fresh and fabulous, and then you see some people and they're like Botox.
Yeah,
I was Botox.
Yeah, I'm not.
Like I was like I looked mental.
Mhm.
Like I didn't like it. I loved it when it like was nearly gone,
Yeah,
and I had a
yeah.
little bit of something, but no, it didn't suit me. Like I'm too expressive.
But I love your skin. It's like glowy. Of course, you have a few wrinkles, but they're not like they're obviously you don't have that many. And also, I don't know. It's just place looks so glowy and healthy and happy. What kind of beauty tips do you have?
Beauty tips was funny because I feel like as I've got or as like the world has kind of changed and evolved, and we're so bombarded with so many products. Like it's really overwhelming, and it's like really confusing.
Yeah,
like it's
it
so
is.
confusing. I have kind of pared back my beauty, and I'm kind of going down the more natural road. So I try to use products that have got less ingredients, because I feel like why does there have to be 45 ingredients and I'm going to put it on my face?
Yeah.
Like I kind of like if I ate it, would it kill me?
Yeah, but it's
Like,
going to go into your bloodstream.
Exactly. So I feel like more people are becoming aware of like what they're putting on their body. So I'm becoming very mindful of that. So I keep it quite simple. Like I'll use a cleansing oil to take off my makeup, which will dissolve all of my eye makeup. Mascara is such a pain to get off. My God.
Me too.
That's
the worst part.
It's the worst. Mascara is the worst.
Yeah.
And it can take a while.
Yeah.
So I'd use a cleansing oil, and then I would use a toner, like something maybe with just to kind of like take off any of the kind of residue makeup, which always is there no matter how many times you wash.
It's true.
And I use a face cloth. I always use a face cloth. And then I'll moisturize. So like
so you don't do any like serum, retinol, I don't know, like million
retinol
things.
I'm fascinated by. Thank you.
Thank you.
Retinol. I use it every now and then, but I kind of forget. I kind of forget my retinol. And then, of course, in the sun, it's a little bit harder here living in Marbella because you've got sun.
So
SPF? SPF for sure.
Okay. So
SPF
that's like
for sure.
something you swear by.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Helio Care I find is amazing. And then sometimes I'll use an SPF with a bit of colour in it if I don't want to go down a foundation route. So.
I did that this summer.
Did you?
Loved it.
We've got gorgeous skin.
ISDIN, I think.
Yeah, ISDN.
Like
great one.
Yeah.
Really good.
And I had like a tint with a SPF.
Yeah.
50 or
my
whatever.
sister swears by that. Yeah. She said it reduced her pigmentation and everything.
Yeah, because I haven't used SPF like so much over the years. I know.
On your face for sure.
But
I'm can be lax sometimes.
But like I said, after having kids, I realized, oh my God, I need to do a bit more for my face. So now I've been becoming more conscious and putting more SPF. And doing all the things.
Wear a hat. You look great.
Thank you.
You do.
Well, I got my makeup done.
A little zhuzh.
It helps. I don't look like this waking up, honestly. I'm not going to kid you.
Who does? Oh my God.
Some people are like natural beauty. You know, they have black
young,
lashes.
They're young, for God's sake. They're young.
But yeah, young, but it's just genes also. I have a Persian friend. She has dark lashes, dark eyebrows, curly hair. She comes out of the gym looking like Salma Hayek, super sexy.
Come on.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well,
hate her.
But I always say, God gives, God takes. You know, God's given me something else. I don't have that, but I have something else.
But look, if we were all the same, it's very, very boring.
But
which
it's
is kind
fine.
of
I just work with what I have.
Yeah,
and,
you're gorgeous.
And then I do makeup for what I don't have.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
A little bit of, it's just all about just like enhancing a little bit, a little polish. Polish up a little bit here and there. It doesn't have to be this whole big thing. I feel like a lot of times women need to be shown how to just make what works with them. Because people are like, oh, I look at YouTube videos, I can't do it. I'm like, yeah, because that's not your face.
Yeah.
That's why you can't do that. You need to be shown how to.
And same with beauty products. You think like, oh, this toner is amazing, or this is amazing.
For them.
But exactly. And this, you can't say like, it's not going to work.
It's not one fits all. It's like, you know, you can eat something that suits you and I can eat something that doesn't suit me. It's the same thing for skin and hair and all of the things.
And any other beauty, healthy things that you do? Do you like watch what you eat a lot?
Yes,
Are you very
I do.
Like, conscious about
I'm quite healthy in general. I drink a lot of water. I eat a lot of fruit.
Well, that shows on your skin.
Do you think?
I think so.
Thank you.
Yeah, because they always say, I have very dry skin. Drink more water, drink more water.
But get it from your fruit.
Yeah,
like
no, I do drink.
Yeah.
I do drink and I eat fruit also in the morning, or I have an apple in the car. I'm always, I love fruit.
I wasn't always like that, to be fair. Like I would have been, but I just suppose once you start knowing about it, it's hard to unknow.
Yeah.
You can't unknow when you're told something that's going to be bad for you.
Yeah.
You're like, I mean, I love crisps. I'm never going to give them up, man.
I'm also a salty person.
Salty.
Cakes?
Salty. You're okay with cakes? Well, I've started baking now. So if I want something sweet, I'll bake like a banana bread, freeze it and take it out.
But that's not a cake.
No,
talking about like
you're talking about
creamy cake.
Like the almond croissant.
But I'm not obsessed with that. I'd rather have crisps.
Yeah,
cake.
I'm saying
salty.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so good.
It's
so good.
I don't know even like when I was a child, I was eating salt.
Same.
And my kids are eating salt.
But it's good for you.
But I let them a little bit. The Himalayan salt.
Yeah, it's good for you. I think there's a fear around salt as well. But like table salt, probably not great. But like Himalayan and Celtic and all that. Yeah, great.
My mom is telling me about Celtic.
Celtic is amazing. Yeah, I use that.
I've heard that. So any
it has all the minerals in it.
That's fine. Yeah, and you're supposed to put it in your water or put it even in your tongue and drink it. So you do that too. Yeah. You're gonna have to write all your tips down. So
I'm just a geek now, a nerd.
That's amazing. But this is also the things you can post on your Instagram, because it might seem normal to you because you do it every day, but a lot of people don't know it, don't do it. So you can.
It's kind of just happened by accident. I feel like these kind of good habits. It was never something I kind of like I would have tried on and off. But I think when somebody puts the word consistent in your head, it's when it's the hardest thing to do. You have to be consistent. I feel like that almost like it inhibits consistency.
Yeah, it just has to become a habit.
Become a habit.
Yeah.
Like I drink every morning.
You have to force it.
Exactly. Like I drink every morning. What I do is I have turmeric, ginger, and lemon, and I make a batch of it and I put it into ice cubes.
I did the same.
Yes, that's changed my life.
Yeah.
Because now I just have it every morning. I don't think about it.
Yeah.
And I know that it's doing me very well, doing me good.
I do the same.
Yeah.
And if I run out, I do just lemon water. But I do it like even eyes closed. This is like a habit. That like brushing my teeth, lemon.
Yeah.
You have to make it. You have to force yourself in the beginning, maybe a week or two, and then you don't even think about it because. There's obviously scientific explanation to it, but your brain just takes it.
It can't hurt is what I keep thinking. It can't hurt. And if it's so easy, like, why not?
Yeah, and I just did an interview with Samantha from Planta Bistro. I don't know if you know her.
No.
But she's also very health conscious, obviously. She does also the same, but she puts 3 lemons in the morning. Okay. She does celery juice. She has all these vitamins that she's taking. I'm going to have a whole video section about it.
Oh my God, I'm going to be fascinated by that. I think that's why women look so good these days.
Yeah. But she's using, she's not using anything unnatural.
Yeah.
Just, but she's also consistent, taking care of herself, But it's great because it's all out there now. It's all available.
That is the joy of Instagram. I feel like that the wealth of knowledge that we all have now, which
like
we never would have known.
You cannot know it.
Yeah.
We've told you that now.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah.
And talking about beauty, going out. Let's talk a little bit about dating. How is dating in Marbella?
Oh my God, dating.
You're single.
I'm single.
I'm ready to mingle.
I've been single for ages. It feels like I've been single for ages.
How long have you been single?
I'm not even going to tell you that. You got my age, girl. Come on.
But being single is not bad.
Or are you ready? It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I think
just because Valentine's Day is coming, you feel like.
Oh God, I couldn't get down.
Now it's Galentine's Day.
Galentine's, yeah.
No, it's not.
I don't know. It's happened like that. I don't know. Maybe in Ireland, I would find it maybe easier. I feel like in Marbella because there's so many different sides to Marbella, right? Like there's the party side, there's the kind of fitness side. There's loads. Marbella is a wonderful place to live because it's got so much to offer,
so diverse.
And you can be a part of it if you like. You can dip in and dip out of it if you like, which is also nice. But the dating thing, I don't know. I haven't really tried in a while. Like I will go on the apps every now and then I had a lot of people cancel on me. I was telling you earlier, I had a lot of
This
people
is so
cancel on me.
strange.
Really weird.
What's wrong
5
with you
dates
guys?
in a row
No,
cancelled
you
on
can't
me
do that. But
on the
thank God
day.
they cancelled because you don't even want to see these guys.
No, I know. I was like, what the
Shall we
hell?
put their photos here? Just joking.
A name and shame. I think I blocked them. I deleted.
Good.
They're gone. But it
that's
was
very
really weird.
strange.
Yeah, really weird.
But I do think the dating world is also changed a lot
Yeah,
now,
yeah. It's very
compared
fickle.
to
But I just feel like people are less likely to,
connect.
yeah, or
But
even to
I
like
think also that's the
to show up.
phones. Let's say 6-7 years ago when you came, that's kind of when iPhone came out.
Yeah,
No?
I don't know
So
actually.
when you used to work like in a coffee shop, like you said, you would have had coffee, looked around, maybe
Caught
saw
eye
a nice
contact.
guy,
Yeah,
maybe someone would have winked at you. Now we're
it's
like, here,
true.
we'll be
It's true.
missing 5
It's so
guys and
true.
5 girls.
It's
I
so
think
true.
that has taken a lot,
It totally has. And it's funny because like we're connected, but we're not connected to each other. And it's the one thing that we're lacking and that we're all craving. And it's what we all want in this world. We want to meet somebody and have a nice time with them. It doesn't have to be forever. You know, it's just to spend time with somebody and enjoy somebody's company. I don't know, Marbella. I don't know. Like every time I try, I'm like, but like I'm also very content in my life. So I'm like,
you get used to being
you get used to it.
Yeah, it's
like
not
I
that
never thought
bad.
I'd be this person, but I'm this person. Like I
But
I
also,
can't
the
believe
older
it.
you get, I think the more,
Yeah.
I don't want to say maybe you have higher standards, but you're kind of very happy with your life, the way it is.
Yeah.
And then to adapt to someone else's life then.
Yeah.
Be like,
But then you see, I don't want to get to the
that
point where I'm
point.
like, I can't have anybody in my life
yeah.
because they're just going to wreck my head. I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't want to get to that either. So I don't know. I'm at this point now
tricky.
where I'm like, if I really need to like try.
2025 maybe is the year to try.
2025. Yes. You know, and to be honest with you, I don't worry too much about it. There have been moments in my life where I worried about it. Obviously, you know, if you want to have a family and all that kind of stuff, that is plays heavily on your mind. But once you get past that point, you're kind of like,
Whatever.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever happens.
But like
that's
I feel like, you know, like we need to have, you know, men in our lives. And I'm not, you know, too much of a feminist where I feel like, you know,
don't need
men are
anyone.
terrible
Yeah.
or, you know, there's not great men. There surely is. You know, I just don't know if they're hanging around in Marbella. Are they in the forum? I don't know.
Maybe.
You know,
I think so, but I do think we need to broaden our.
I think there needs to be more single things in Marbella.
There's what?
Needs to be more single
Yeah, I think
things
so
in
too.
Marbella. I
Some
do,
more
because I feel like there's
singles event.
amazing women here.
Yeah.
There's probably loads of amazing men. I don't know where they're hiding, but you know.
But I also think, let's say, you don't want to meet them in a bar.
No.
But
Yeah.
probably the best thing is going out
Sport,
to
maybe.
sports, because you don't want a guy who's drinking every night, do you?
No,
So
and
that
that's
means-
hard, Marbella.
Yeah. That is the thing. It's
It is.
it's
And then,
a
of course,
tricky
as well,
place.
you know, everybody's just here on vacation.
Yeah.
So there could be
Coming through.
fantastic people, but they're not around.
Yeah,
And they're just
passing
like,
through.
you know, passing through here for a
Yeah.
couple of days.
It's tricky.
It
do think
is. It
Marbella
is tricky because
very
Marbella
tricky.
is so transient here.
Yeah.
And a lot of people move here with families,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So, yeah, I don't know. It's the bloody, I don't know. I haven't figured that out. I don't get it.
We'll see. Maybe there will be a
knows?
singles event. I've heard
Maybe.
there might
Maybe
be
you
one
should
in
do that.
Forum.
Maybe you should do that.
Maybe you should. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that could be a nice thing.
Love that.
That would be cool. And do you miss anything about Ireland? Do you miss
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
What do you
I
miss?
miss Ireland.
Yeah.
I miss home. Like I miss my friends. I miss.
They don't want to come over?
They do. I'm really lucky actually because I have a lot of people come and visit me. So
Me too.
I am very lucky in that respect. So and I'm always open to people coming to stay and stuff like that. I love it. But I do miss home. Like I miss Ireland. I miss the familiarity of. I miss living in Dublin where you can walk everywhere. Because Marbella you've got to drive really because there's no real place where people can go. It's so spread out.
Yeah.
So I miss that. I miss my hikes. And yeah, I do.
But here there's so many beautiful hikes.
So many beautiful hikes.
in
But in the
Malaga
summer,
also.
10 a.m., you can't really do much.
Summer, no. Oh, yeah, and you have to go 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's totally different. Don't miss the weather in Ireland, that's for sure. I don't miss, what I found very hard about Ireland and living in Ireland was the lack of colour. I found that hard because,
Grey.
yeah, it's green and it's beautiful, but it's grey as well. Green grey. Green grey. That's it.
And as a makeup artist with so much colour.
A colour brings me so much joy. Like I love looking at the blue sky. I love Spain because of the beautiful flowers and the sea. Like it's beautiful. It's just beautiful. It brings me joy to look at a blue sky.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I would like to spend more time in Ireland. But the time I'd like to be in Ireland is the time I'm the busiest. So, but I do go back every Christmas, around Christmas for the crack. To get my fix. And I try to go back a couple of times a year, but I'd like to spend more time there.
I've only been once.
Have you?
That was maybe 6 years ago. Yeah.
Oh, where'd you
I
go?
went in June. I went
Nice.
to Malahide Castle.
Malahide Castle.
Malahide Castle.
Dublin.
Sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
It was the Oasis guys concert. I gave
Oh,
tickets to my
yeah.
ex-husband, and we
Love
went to a
it.
festival there, and we had such a
Malahide
blast.
Castle is a great venue, actually. I've been to a couple of
Amazing.
gigs there. It is. And was the weather nice?
Weather was
Oh
amazing.
my God, you were so
and
lucky.
Just the people were really
Sound.
nice everywhere.
Yeah.
Like even in a festival, everyone should be pushing and this. No, everyone was super friendly.
love
I had
that.
like the best. Like I really love the people.
Yeah, Irish
loved
people are
it,
great.
Loved it.
Yeah.
And yeah, food was great. Everything was great. I really
Yeah.
loved it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so
I
happy
would-
for that.
yeah.
It's great news.
And you know who was the warm up?
Who?
It was the Verve.
Shut up.
It's amazing.
The Verve.
The Verve.
Oh my God,
I
that's a
know.
great gig.
It should be like someone small,
Yeah.
no? Like a local.
Yeah.
There was like a local kid doing something.
Yeah.
And then the Verve was
The Verve
warm up.
and bloody Oasis, or was it High Flying Birds?
No, Liam was.
Yeah.
from
What was
the-
his one called?
Gallagher. Liam Gallagher was played.
Was played.
Not Oasis, because they
Not
were.
Oasis.
But
Oh,
now
yeah.
they're back together.
Are
I
they?
think, this year?
Oh, yeah.
They're
yeah.
doing like a
They're
tour
doing a
together.
concert.
But back then they were separated, and just went to see him. But yeah, the Verve was like.
That's a fantastic, like that's a bit of,
That one, yeah,
that's
Bittersweet
iconic,
Symphony.
that
I
song.
was like, wow, this is
Oh,
cool.
do they have an orchestra?
No,
No.
it wasn't that
Not that
big,
fancy.
but it was amazing. Yeah, should go to
I
Dublin.
love the Verve. I'd love to see them.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's old school. That is bringing back memories now.
But let's talk also about your mindset. I know you're like positive. You've probably been like that, no? Oh,
No. I just go through moments,
Yeah.
obviously, like everybody. But I think over the last few years, it's definitely been leaning more towards that.
and why is that?
I don't know. I suppose I just became really healthy and sleeping better. I just had a lifestyle change, I suppose, and that, like, it sounds so
affects.
cheesy, but like it does help. So it does help. Like I am very active. I live near the beach. Like my life's very quiet. I have really nice friends. I'm very lucky that I've met some lovely people in Marbella, which can be hard
Yeah.
to settle here, you know. I've been super blessed with all the lovely people I have in my life. You know, I've got family here as well. So it's like, I don't know. Like I've had my moments. I'm good now.
But what has helped you? Like if you're feeling, let's say,
I have to get out.
Yeah.
I have to get out in nature. Like I'm very
but you listen
connected
to
to
some
nature.
podcasts, some books, or something, or you follow someone.
I do. I listened to two Irish girls actually during the pandemic, you know, when everybody was like stuck in their house. I listened to two Irish girls, Vogue and Joanne, and it was like sitting in a kitchen with my friends because we were all so isolated here, right? And I found that cracks me up. So I listen to them. That's when I want to have something like nice and nice and just want to switch off, cook, or if I'm doing something, I listen to the two of them because they'll make me laugh. Diary of a CEO, I listen to.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's my addiction.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
addicted.
brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, so cool.
Huberman Labs, I listen to some of his, which I quite like. My friend Andy Ramage, he's amazing. He's in the alcohol-free space and the coaching space, so he's amazing. Yeah, like I love just switching off and when I'm on my hikes or my walks, just listening to something or to music, which can lift the vibe.
But you said alcohol-free space. Are you not drinking alcohol?
No, I'm
Not at
not.
all?
No, it's the last over a year now.
And how do you feel?
Amazing.
It's like, but that probably also shows up on the skin.
But yeah,
Because I do feel
think
like
so.
when I've had a few glasses of wine, I feel my
Oh
skin
my
drier
God.
and like
It's unbelievable. And I found that for me, even if I'd have a glass of wine or two glasses of wine, I'd wake up in the middle of the night and it used to drive me crazy. So it would really affect my sleep. And it was like, whether I had 2 or 5, it didn't matter. So I don't know what did my body just become. And I would have gone through loads of phases over the years of taking breaks. 6 months here, 6 months there, and I just kind of kept going. I don't know if I
it goes
give it
up.
up
The
forever.
longer you give it up, the better you feel.
The better you feel,
Yeah,
and it's almost like now I don't even
Miss
can't
it.
imagine
Yeah,
a hangover now.
yeah. I've had, because after the kids, obviously, I haven't
Yeah.
been drinking that much,
Yeah.
and then I've had 1 or 2 or 3 glasses, and I have such a headache, and I'm like,
Die.
oh my God, this is crazy. But I think also the body is so clean,
So clean.
that it's probably like, what are you poisoning
When
me
you
with?
realize how poisonous it is for you, I think.
But I see more and more. I think people are more and more opting
Totally.
for, let's say, alcohol-free lifestyle or drinking less than even like let's say in Forum, they're serving alcohol-free sparkling wine and
Oh,
stuff like that.
really?
Yeah, which is
Oh,
amazing.
nice.
And they're actually projecting that like I don't know, in the next 5-10 years, it's going to be a huge movement.
It is a
And
huge
it's
movement.
because people are so health aware now, and the
Yeah.
health and wellness has become so
Yes.
huge, and it is so damaging for us, actually, for the health, you know. So
For your brain and
yeah,
everything. I think
yeah.
once you start learning about it and realizing what it is, you're like, but also as well, it's like because it's so readily available and there's none of these kind of warnings with it. It's like,
And it's made also really like classy and nice, like in
Yeah.
TV and all these
Yeah.
ads, and you're having a martini. It's so beautiful, and
Yeah.
I do love a glass of champagne.
Of
It's
course,
nice, but
yeah.
actually in the end, it's just alcohol, and it's damaging for our
So-
brain and for
damaging.
for everything. I mean, we
So-
don't give it to our kids. I tell them, no, you
Yeah, of
shouldn't have that.
course.
But
Actually, that's a good point.
But why am I having it?
Yeah.
You know, I do
But
have a glass.
It is, yeah.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
but less and less. Let's say also going back to the day when I was here. Also in the beginning, you're younger, you're drinking more. But I feel also the more you know, exactly, you cannot unknow.
Can't
You know,
unknow
when
it.
I hear it in the podcast, I hear how it's bad. The brain doctor says,
Yeah.
you know, then I'm like, how do I still then drink it? You know that.
I know. And as you said, it is huge. It's a huge movement now. It's huge. People are just.
I'm really
They
happy
want to feel
about that.
better.
Yeah, but also then you're more authentic. You
That's
know,
true.
of
You're
course
more
it helps.
present.
Yeah, exactly. Of course it's great. You relax. Maybe you feel more courage to talk to people. But then in the end, if you don't, then actually you are more present. You're more authentic. You're more yourself. You know.
Absolutely.
So it's
Absolutely.
great. So well done, you. That's
I
an
know.
achievement.
It's funny because it just never was meant to be this way, and now
Great.
it just
But
kind of has.
more
but
and more I hear it, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love this trend.
It's not.
So-
It's kind of becoming quite normal now.
so cool.
Whereas before it used
You
to
were
be
like,
like,
what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
You're pregnant.
Yeah.
What? That was like the only thing.
That's so true.
Yeah, what's wrong? You're not having a glass
You're
of
not
wine.
having a drink.
Yeah. Well, it's just weird.
And
You
especially
know?
being Irish as well, I feel as well, because we are just a nation of, you know, we love our pints and our thing like that. But even in Ireland, it's becoming so huge.
Yeah,
It's
now
like a
there's
movement.
non-alcoholic beer
Yeah,
everywhere.
like, and I love but
Yeah.
I love a non-alcoholic, but I would choose a non-alcoholic beer even if I was having a drink. Sometimes I just have a non-alcoholic because it's the same. Really, just means you can get into your car and drive home then.
Exactly.
Which is amazing.
Because that's another thing. We need the car here.
Mm.
Let's and talk about it a little bit about Marbella and the places also. What kind of places do you love in Marbella? Where do you like to go?
What do I like in Marbella? Well,
Just
I'm a big foodie.
name a few.
I'm a big foodie, yeah.
And the rest are in my blog.
Huh?
I always do that with my guests.
Do
so-
you?
Yeah, so you have
Okay.
to list.
My favorite
few.
place to have breakfast would be Ground, for sure.
I love the coffee there.
The coffee there
best.
is so
And
good.
the cinnamon rolls.
Cinnamon rolls, girl.
Oh my God.
Diesel's another one. I used to live around there. I'm in a different area now, but I used to live around there. So I that would be kind of like my neighborhood, I suppose. So I do like around the way of Andalusia. That would be my favorite place for brekkie, because I find like brekkie, there's not that many places, I feel.
I think
Or
there's a
maybe
lot.
I'm
But
I'm
I'm
just
not just a huge breakfast
you're not a
person.
breakfast person.
But I
like
love a good
brunch.
coffee. Yeah, brunch.
So I prefer.
I mean, Paisana is very nice.
Paisana is
Bistro.
really good.
Around there, I
DZ
think
is good.
it's very nice places.
But where else though? Keto Royale is quite nice.
Well, it's closed now.
What?
Because Samantha opened Planta Bistro up here.
Oh,
Yeah, but she did
nice.
tell us that she has plans to open it again, but not there.
Keto Royale was good.
Yeah,
They
she
do
did really good.
Really good.
But she wanted to open Planta, and it was
Okay, so
a
that's
huge
what that
project.
lady
But
is.
a lot of people are asking about for keto, so she's
Yeah.
thinking about doing it again. So
Why
that's
did they,
cool.
why did they close, I wonder?
Well, because she wanted to invest
Open
in
the new
it
place.
for
Yeah, fair. So where else would you recommend?
for breakfast. Well, I also like the Spanish kind of breakfast. I
Yeah.
love a little like the mollete with
Yeah.
avocado and manchego cheese. Like, not that I have it every day. I don't, but I love that. And also soul, I like at Ayo.
Oh yeah, but that's Ground, right? Same.
Yeah,
same
same
thing,
breed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
So the omelette there, amazing. Acai bowl is amazing.
Oh yeah.
And I love also the deli in Nueva Andalusia. There's like a little deli in the roundabout, where the Swedish shop is. Do you know the Swedish shop in Nueva Andalusia near the Torre? No? I'm gonna post a picture.
Spisa. By Spisa.
No,
No,
it's not
that's
Spisa. There's another Swedish shop. It's like it's tricky to explain. Django's, do you know?
Yeah.
Near, but before.
La Campana?
Yeah. So before
yes,
La Campana.
Yes.
Like when you're driving up to Magna, but you turn left.
Oh, yeah,
it's the pharmacy, the Swedish shop, and there's the deli. It's a small deli.
Yes.
Amazing acai smoothies, amazing acai bowls. You can have healthy bowls,
Wow.
like wraps, sandwiches, super
And
good.
cold pressed juicery.
Sorry?
That's a good one. Cold pressed juicery.
Yes.
Sarah's place. That's really good.
Yeah,
Delish.
amazing juices. So these kind of, I also go to similar places, but to be honest, I don't eat breakfast
You don't
out
really
a
eat
lot.
breakfast.
I take my kids usually to school and then I eat at home or,
You see, I love going out for brekkie.
yeah.
I prefer brekkie now.
But yeah, I'm more brunch.
Brekkie brunch. Brekkie brunch.
Yeah, brekkie brunch.
Brekkie brunch and lunch.
And for dinner? Oh, for drinks? Where can we find you? If there's a cute guy who wants to meet you, where can he come and meet you at the bar?
God.
Well, you're going to be drinking non-alcoholic wine.
Oh my God, he totally put me on the spot.
Where would you go? But where would you go? Like, let's say
Breathe,
I'll meet you
maybe.
Friday for a drink. Where would you say?
It's so funny because people I'll say that to my girlfriends and we're like, where do we go? And we're like,
don't know.
Where do we go? Where
this
do
happens
we go?
to me too.
Happens to
and
me
it's
all the time.
ridiculous because we have so many.
But there's not really a pub culture here. So there's not that. Like I love a daytime thing. So like I love La Plage in the summer. Like I love going to La Plage. I love going to I love doing a daytime thing, going out for lunch and then being home nice and early. Like that's my vibe. Because we live in such a beautiful weather. Like it's crazy to me to not take advantage of it and enjoy it because it's so special.
Yeah, I love also.
I love La Plage. Where
La Plage.
Do you like I've seen you in La Plage.
Yeah. I love it there. I love overall what Sazu's done.
Yeah.
All these venues are amazing.
It's amazing. Not a Blue is divine as well.
Yeah. Love it.
But I always get stuck like that.
For a drink, I go Breathe. Yeah.
Breathe.
I love Breathe. But even La Sala. I know it can be crazy.
Yeah.
People call it,
La Sala for a couple of hours and then you can
because it's always fun for people watching.
And people watching is brilliant. That's true.
Crowd. I mean, and I used to work for La Sala as well. Okay. I worked in the office in marketing.
I haven't been to La Sala in over a year, I'd say.
And I love it, to be honest. I do love it. I go there sometimes and always have a blast. And my parents love it because they can dance there.
It is actually vibey. It is very vibey.
I don't go every weekend, obviously, but sometimes I'm especially in the winter where you feel everything is quiet. True. La Sala always has some atmosphere.
That's true. Maybe I should go back and give La Sala a bash.
And Oak is also very cute.
Oak is good. And the clubhouse is quite nice.
Yeah, I've only been there once. But yeah.
I enjoyed it. Play a game of pool.
Yeah, that's very cool.
There's a new wine bar actually in Marbella. Sorry, darling. There's a new wine bar in Marbella. Casa Tua. You know Casa Tua, that lovely restaurant? Yes. They opened a wine bar a couple of doors up. That's really nice.
Need to go there.
Just to go there for like a nice wine.
Yeah, and overall, I love going to the old town. Sometimes we're don't know where to go. Just go in.
Just go to the old town.
Because you feel like more tourists there. And
it's
I don't
beautiful.
know. It's beautiful.
Every time I go there, I'm thinking, why do I not spend more time here?
And then there is a place actually in the port that I like. It's called, I think, La La La.
Oh, yeah.
It's like right next to the yachts. Yeah. It's very cute.
La La, that's cute.
That's very cute also for a drink. But in the summer, it's a bit cold. For a drink, where else? Well, I love Marbella Club also. I mean, the patio and the champagne.
Marbella Club is just divine, isn't it?
It's amazing. And
it's like stepping back in time.
Yeah, but Puente Romano and that is like that you already know. Like you can always go there. Sometimes we're also like, where else?
It's hard though, isn't it? Well, Florentine's quite nice.
Yeah, Florentine and Forum.
Yeah.
That's why also Forum is like also a new great place. Beast, I don't know if you had a drink at Beast. Amazing cocktails.
What's the other one there? The Fisherman's Daughter?
Fisherman's Daughter is also great, but they don't do really cocktails. They have like champagne and oysters and seafood.
Nice.
And Beast has amazing cocktails, Planta Bistro. And Planta Bistro, so actually they're going to change their menu. So they have like a daytime, they say, healthy by day, naughty by night, which is so cute.
I love that.
So they're going to do like a different
menu. I don't really know these places because...
But they're also quite new.
Okay.
You know? So, but now you know.
Now I know. I'm going to have to come back and spend more time here because this place is just...
It's stunning here.
Stunning. I didn't even know this.
The place.
Yes.
It's amazing. I love it. And it's such a nice bakery. And you can just have a drink also in the courtyard here.
Nice. Okay. This is where we come next time.
This is where we hang out a lot. When we're just not sure where to go, you can come here and pick a place, you know.
Yeah.
You can check Florentine, have a drink there. Or, you know. It's fancy, but it's like nice. It's not like
welcoming. Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know. It's just beautiful.
I like it.
It's so good being here. Good energy here.
Good vibes.
And nice people here, really.
Yeah.
Also.
Love that.
So yeah, what else? So what else do you like doing in Marbella when you're not working?
I'm gonna try and start paddle. We talked about this earlier. That's another because it originated here, didn't it? Paddle.
Sorry, it's
originated here in Marbella, didn't it?
Yeah, I think so. There was the first course. The first paddle court was in Marbella Club, no?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly where it started, but someone did tell me that this is where it originally.
So we have to.
So we need to get on that.
Yeah, and that's a great way to socialize and mingle.
People,
Yeah. So I'm going to do that.
So I would, so because I live quite close to the beach and I have a dog, so we would spend a lot of time on the beach and hiking. So yeah, I'm just really outdoorsy. I'm quite boring, really.
Boring. But this is what life is about.
This is what life is about.
You
I just
know?
think as you get older, it's what you want, isn't it? You just want peace and joy.
Yeah, enjoy your life. And like enjoy your job.
No
and then-
drama.
yeah.
Yeah. A
Amazing
very,
stuff.
very nice, quiet life.
And well, we're gonna wrap up our little interview and say thank you so much for having
Pleasure.
finding the time to come and sit down and talk to me. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through your bag and check your cosmetics.
My cosmetics. Okay.
And see what's
Okay. So
let's have a look.
Let's have a little look
in Nicola's
makeup
cosmetic bag. I mean, I know you have loads of stuff.
Of course, I
Two
have a huge kit.
suitcases.
Yeah.
But she's brought like her favorite
this is
little
my-
bits and bobs.
Yes, this is my day to day. Look at this. Look at Le Sac Magique, I call this. It's like keep pulling stuff out.
That's amazing.
So this is one of my favorite little products, the Weleda Skin Food. I showed you this afterwards. The neat little trick with this is if you feel like your skin is feeling a little bit dry around the eye area, especially where you feel like, you have some laughter lines. What I do with this is I'll stick a little bit and I will like pat that around the eye area.
Yeah,
so
because it's very thick. I've had it.
Yeah, it's quite
it's
just like an
super thick.
emollient. Yeah, it's very rich. So this will
you only need
actually,
a
you need a tiny little bit.
Yeah.
And what this will do is it'll just sit into any of the fine lines and soften them so that when you smile, they're more relaxed. So this is definitely one of my things. But I would also use this at nighttime for you because your skin tends to be quite dry.
That's what I used to do. I kind of put it on and it was like quite...
It's very heavy.
Heavy, but then you kind of wake up like it's really like the skin absorbs it. I love Weleda products overall.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Amazing.
And it's quite natural. There's not that many ingredients in it. So this is a big thumbs up for me.
But yeah, I've never used it like that, like on top of makeup.
Yeah, or keep it in your car or stick it on your hands. Although I'd always keep an SPF in the car and I'd always put it on my hands. Especially living in Spain when you're around the sun, like always have a little SPF in the car because you can get caught.
Any particular
in traffic.
One you like?
I didn't bring it now, it's in the car. It's in the car. But I love the Helio Care.
Okay.
So I love that. And they also do one with a bit of tint in it. So it's amazing for the skin. You mentioned the other one, ISTN.
And I like Image. Have you heard
yes,
about Image?
Image Cosmetics, amazing.
I have an Image face cream with SPF.
Yeah,
also.
with the SPF in it.
And that's
so important. It's so important. We have to use SPF. Sometimes you can get the ones with the spray as well. So you can put that over.
But the spray has always alcohol in it.
Oh, does it?
Because I think so. Usually it has the flammable sign in the back.
Oh God,
so
okay, I didn't know
be
that.
aware of that.
Okay.
Not, I think quite always have a look. But I was working with a sun care brand.
Okay.
And they told me that like whenever it's like a spray bottle, usually there's alcohol in it.
Jesus.
So which also dries your skin.
Yeah.
So
it takes out any of the moisture.
Perfect.
This is another little cult product that I love. The Nooks. Did you ever use this?
No, but I know
it's been around for years.
Because there's like a Tom Ford version,
Yeah, they did loads of these different versions. This is the original one. It's amazing. So it's an oil, but it dries down. So I would put this a lot on my brows. I have it a little bit on my legs. But it's a great one to kind of have in the bag when you're feeling like you're maybe going from daytime to nighttime. You don't have time. Put a little bit of this on the skin and literally.
It's like a J-Lo.
Like a J-Lo. Walking out like J-Lo.
Gold view. Yeah.
This is one of my favorite products. Now, this is probably quite a makeup artist kind of brand. It's Makeup Forever. So basically, she has it in different shades. This is just a new one, so I love it. So it kind of has everything in it. So I use a lot of this for But
this is like a
it's a cream.
But it's not foundation.
Cream. You can use it as foundation, yeah.
So use it as
like a concealer,
like
foundation, exactly. Lipstick, cheeks, everything. So it's a great little one if you are going traveling.
Yeah,
kind of has everything. Yeah, I like products that you can use for a lot of different things. So I will use a lot of things. Like sometimes I'll use a lipstick as my blusher. If I'm...
And I think, did you put this one also on the lines of my
What lips? I did was because when you're wearing a red lip, to define the lip, what I'll use is like a thin brush and a piece of your foundation or a piece of the concealer and to define the lip, because a lot of the time with reds, they can get a bit wobbly, right?
Yeah, and when you have dry skin, it goes like into the...
It can bleed.
Yeah.
So what this will do is this will just go around thing and tidy it up and keeps it in place.
That's
So
a
it's like,
lovely trick.
yeah, it's a really good trick, especially for color. If
Mhm,
you're using like a
mhm,
vibrant color,
mhm,
because you have to be careful when using a vibrant color for eating and
mhm.
all that kind of thing. Dior. This is my
Go to.
all-time staple for my
I need to
kit.
get that.
You need this, babe.
Yeah.
So this has got, you can use it on your skin. You can use it
Mm.
as your eyeshadow. You can use it as your
So
blush.
like
You can use it as your bronzer. It is
bronzer, highlighter.
everything. And they
Wow.
come in different shades. This is
Mhm.
the original one. And it comes in different shades. So this is, like, I have a few of these in my kit, but
So
this one
cute.
is to die
Yeah, but
for.
this will probably last forever also.
Last forever.
You know?
Yeah.
So cute.
I love it.
Yeah. Lovely.
What's really important as well is a good concealer.
Mhm.
So concealers can be very tricky because you have to be so careful about what you want it for. And as we age as women, it can be quite, you have to have something quite hydrating and moisturizing, or it's going to sit on the fine lines and it's going to make you look older. So this is one of my favorites. This is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. And I found it's waterproof, which is amazing. So if you're like in this heat, this is a fantastic one, and it won't sit in any fine lines. If you do find that your concealer starts to sit in any fine lines as the day goes on, you can just tap it down, and that'll fix it.
Amazing.
So this is another one of my favorites. You have to get that. I love that one. I've tried every one in the market, and that's my
Do all
favorite.
of your clients buy the same products after doing makeup with you?
Yes. A lot of my brides, yeah, they'll ask me for the product breakdown. What do you use? What do I need to get? And I'll just give it to them.
Where do you usually buy them? Online?
This one I
probably
got
online.
no, you can get that in Droony.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little section Droony. Douglas. Is Douglas still around?
I think so. La Cañada.
Douglas still around. You can't beat the Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. They're a staple. I always use Charlotte's lipsticks, especially for my brides. These are refillable as well, so I love that. So you can, once the lipstick runs out, you can just buy the refill and stick it into the thing. Cool. So that's a handy little number.
And how was working with Charlotte Tilbury?
Yeah,
how was she?
Yeah, she's very cool. Yeah, really, really cool. Yeah, really,
she's
really
not
cool.
a diva.
Very like eccentric, like drinking champagne, like smoking bags. Like, yeah, she's cool.
I love that color.
Yeah, I love that one too. Wow. That has a little bit of a shimmer in it, so it's quite shiny.
Can't even
That's
see
called
the
Dance Floor Princess.
Dance Floor Princess.
Very one of my favorite brides. What else have I got in
cute.
here? Le Sac Magique. These little milk products are great. This one is an old one now. This is my personal one, so my personal makeup. So this is really old. These are like lip cheek, but kind of like the same as this. Anything creamy, as I said, like if another trick for you, if you're doing lipstick that color, which is so beautiful, grab a little bit on your lip and put it on your cheek.
I never really use blush. I need to know.
A little tiny bit.
And when I always feel a bit scared doing
up here, like I put a little bit on you and it did make a big difference, but like just up here, yeah, it'll just tie in nice with the lippy. There are so many cream products out now. Oh, another staple of mine is a liner. Like I'm a liner gal, as you can see. So are you. Too. What one do you use? This is Mercadona.
I have Art Deco. I don't know
Art Deco, a brilliant one.
Yeah, because it's like a pencil.
Yeah.
You know? But this one, it's similar.
Mercadona.
Very simple.
Like, can you beat it? Mercadona.
I love it when you find these products.
Mercadona.
Mercadona has great things.
Mercadona is great. Like Mercadona is great for like maybe a lip liner. Like their stuff is good. I mean, you're not going to be using foundations. Yeah.
Probably.
And I just buy them like whatever, a few a month. What else have I got in here that I love? Lip liners from Charlotte Tilbury is my favorite.
But would you always use a lip liner? Does that help also?
Lip lining does help the bleeding. So if you tend to, so what it does, it provides a little like barrier. So it will prevent the lipstick from moving. So lip liner is important and it also can enhance the shape of the lip. And if you want to, make them a little bit bigger.
Are the clients asking for that now?
Yeah.
Like overlip?
Some women are really for it and then some women are totally against it. Do not overline my lips. So I always ask. But like people tend to want more. Women are always...
I love doing it. I do a little bit.
You have a lovely shaped lip though.
Tiny bit. Yeah, but just like a tiny bit. I think I've done it a tiny bit, no?
Yeah.
Not just like, not like super over. Just a tiny bit.
You don't want to be looking crazy.
No.
Because you can see it, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, like here we go again, like a close up. It's like it looks great in a picture, but in real life you're going to look like a bloody clown. So you have to be careful.
I don't want to be the Joker.
Lip balm. This is another Nooks. I didn't realize I had a couple of Nooks. So this is my favorite lip balm. It's
maybe I need to work with Nooks.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
Every time I put this on a client, they're like, "Oh my god, what is that?" It's amazing. So it's like honey. Yeah, but it'll taste it. So I would put that around my eyes sometimes if I'm running on the go.
If you don't have that.
If I don't have that, if I don't have my handbag, that's like a handbag size.
Lovely.
So and nice and natural, you know.
They have natural products, Nooks, or
they'd be
familiar with the brand. I've seen a few things.
It's French. It's not all natural, but it would be a natural base. Okay, let me see if I have anything else.
What
Okay.
else?
I'm gonna
But
use.
do you always have like stuff in your bag, or do you sometimes leave the house without any
For
cosmetic?
myself, I don't bring a lot.
But
No.
it's just something, some lip balm, lip
like
gloss.
if I've used a lipstick, I'll bring that. But no, I don't bring.
You wouldn't
Like I
have it
laugh
back.
at people when they're in the bathroom, in the bar, you know, with their blush in the dark lighting, and I'm like, "You're gonna look ridiculous." And they're like, "Put their bronzing." I'm like, "Don't do that, man. You've had 4 drinks."
Do you say that to people sometimes?
Yeah. Oh no, I'd cringe. I'd just be like, "Oh."
I know what I'm doing.
If I'm feeling kind of like chatty, I'll say, "Oh, don't do that."
Let me help you, honey.
Yeah. This is another little great one. This is Urban Decay. It's like a little eyeshadow. So basically it's like a sparkle. So you can put this on over. So say now you're going from daytime to nighttime and you're like, damn, I have 5 minutes.
Wow.
You just put a little bit of this. And that looks
sparkly.
beautiful in the sunlight as well. So this is called the Moondust. Moondust with Space Cowboy.
Super nice.
Yeah, nice, isn't it?
Yeah, super sparkly.
Super nice.
And you
I
put
love a bit of sparkle. Literally.
Super nice.
Done.
Lovely. Great for
I think that's it. The rest of it's just like a lot of lippy, a bit of blush. The rare
Actually, you
beauty
don't need
blushes.
much. I think definitely this is such a good buy.
That's
I'm gonna
amazing.
get one, you
should
know?
get one of them.
Yeah, I need
That's like
one of
everything.
these.
Especially if you say that you have certain areas of your face that you feel you need more.
Exactly, because I also love the Armani. We're talking about foundations.
Love Armani.
The Armani.
My favourite.
What was it?
Luminous Silk.
Luminous Silk, exactly. I use the same. I love
Same.
it.
It's my staple.
It's amazing.
It's beautiful. It is beautiful.
Yeah.
If you're doing something like a long day, you're going to need to touch up with that. But it's amazing.
But I have like a small one in my bag.
Bring it and you give you a little.
do
Yeah,
a
I
little.
love that.
Because it's not full coverage,
No.
but enough to like have this like
Have a
nice
glow.
skin. Yeah, I love that.
I love that.
And you said you're washing the brushes.
Oh my God, the
every day.
brushes, yeah.
And the best way to wash them is with what?
Shampoo. Yeah, so shampoo, like a mild shampoo. If I'll use for a foundation brush, if there's concealer on it, I will use washing up liquid because that will really get in. But you should be washing your brushes at least once every 2 weeks for your personal use. Obviously, I wash mine after every use. I'm like the bloody brush crazy person. I'd come to your house and everyone's like, "Oh my God, wash your brushes, she's coming." Because I'll be like, "Your brushes are filthy."
Yeah.
Like you have to keep them clean because it'll affect how the makeup goes on the skin and it'll affect its hygiene at the end of the day.
My brush was so dirty. I
I
threw
can't.
it away. I just got a new one. I was like,
Oh yeah, no.
I didn't bother.
I would freak out. Sometimes I'll go into people's houses and I'll start washing their brushes because I'll be in the bathroom and I'll be like
Yeah, this is
washing them.
horrible.
I have to, I just can't.
But it's just crazy. I'm saying they're selling products to wash them. But you don't really need anything. You just use
I prefer to use it that way because I mean it is hair at the end of the day, and shampoo will do it. You just know it's clean. Sometimes these brush cleaners are not really getting everything out, and I'm all about it being spick and span.
And mascara? Is that mascara?
Mascara, my favorite
do you love?
mascara at the moment. Now it depends with mascara. It depends on what you like. So some women are very like separated, curly. You know, I like a clumpy, dark. Like you can see mine.
Yeah.
The clumpy, the dark. I love that. A chunky lash, I'll call it. So the Fenty, this Fenty one. Which one is it? I can't remember. Hella thick. Hella, which is what it is, and I love this right now. Charlotte Tilbury does a couple of good ones too, which I really like. But it all depends on what you like and what you want, and it all depends on the wand.
I feel it too. Like the one has to be perfect.
The wand, yes.
It's
People are really
everything.
particular about the wand.
Yeah,
They're like, "Oh no, I don't
me
like
too.
that wand."
Yeah.
But that's because you know what you like and what you don't like.
Yeah.
For me, it's like thick, chunky. What do you like?
I think I love actually. Now I'm using Sephora.
Yeah.
I love. There's one
You
from
love it.
Sephora. Like a very generic one. I don't remember what it was. Like a generic one. It's silver. And I've used also Kiko. I
Yeah,
love
Kiko has some great products.
I mean, and YSL has this golden one that is amazing, but in the end, I find like Kiko and Sephora, they have so many great alternatives that you don't need to spend 40 euros.
You don't need to spend.
You know?
I mean, everything has just upgraded so much now. All the stuff in supermarkets. Sometimes I find the most amazing things.
Yeah.
When I'm visiting another country in a little shop or in a supermarket, and I'm like, that's going to work, and it works, and then I can never get it again.
Yeah, this is what we all want to know. The supermarket hits like the eyeliner.
Exactly. Never be afraid to try a few things in your local places because, you know, they're made very similar. I would never scrimp on skincare or foundation because it's on your skin all day. But like a liner, pencil, stuff like that, you don't have to go great. Kiko is amazing. Kiko's fab.
Me too. I love Kiko.
Kiko.
I don't know if you have Kiko in your country, but
Kiko's awesome.
I've used even Kiko foundations, and
Do you like it?
Yeah, and they have also this organic line now.
Yeah,
and they're
that's
doing
right. Kiko's come a long way.
Yeah.
It is fab.
I love it.
Highly recommend.
Yeah.
Do you know what I always do?
But I find that the Tom Ford one is nearly 50 euros or so. I'm like,
you know, Charlotte Tilbury did all of Tom Ford's makeup.
Really?
Yeah. She designed all of it. That's why it's so similar.
It is. It was Spanish pink, and this one was James or something. It was like two colors that were amazing.
Colors, but you know what? You know what I always do about if you have a product that you love, like that lipstick, I always Google like Spanish pink dupe, and it'll show you all of the lipsticks that are exactly the same. They won't be the same. Probably quality, but gives a damn.
Yeah, just for like everyday use.
Yeah, for everyday use. If there's a colour that you like, if there's something that you like that you're, you know, not willing to spend the money on, I always dupe it.
That's cool. That's a good tip. Very good tip.
Just put it in Google. So here we go with this lovely Kiko. We were talking about Kiko.
I'm gonna put it on
these are genius, right? These are the little. They have them in many brands. They're very user friendly. Basically, you just wash it all over the eye, like a crayon, basically. Yeah, it's like over the eye.
A nice
become
texture.
A different color, really nice texture. You can smudge it out if you want to smudge the edges. It doesn't budge. No. So it's waterproof. It does not move. So it's amazing for women on the go. It's amazing for like
and good
day
for,
to
as
night.
a highlighter also maybe? Oh no.
No, it'd be too dry for that because anything that you want a highlighter, it would be, you know, you want skin to move.
Okay.
But I love these.
Great.
So I have a few of them. I use them a lot on the brows. I'll use these a lot as a base for an eyeshadow to go over it as well, which means that you won't get creasing. So these are amazing. I love them.
Good tip. Love Kiko. Anyway, perfect. Thank you so much for these tips.
My pleasure, darling.
For your time and for coming.
My pleasure.
And I'm going to put your Instagram handle over here so people can follow you.
Thank you so much.
And see more tips and tricks to come.
Thank you, darling.
And book the next makeup with you.
Yes.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you. This episode is brought to you by Sandon, a family-run furniture company with a brand new flagship store in Forum Marbella.